everyone, it's Chris Suida back at it again for That's My Entertainment. Today we're going to be checking out the press room for True Noir. Hope you guys like murder mysteries like I do. Let's get into it. Hey guys, we are here at the True Noir, and today we have
Louis Lombardi.
Now, Louis, there's a rumor going around that you were originally wanting you for Sopranos, correct? Is that true?
Yeah, I was on Sopranos.
I know you were on Sopranos, but they wanted you to play James Gandolfini's role, correct?
No.
No? Okay. So see, internet lies. Internet lies. So can you tell us a little bit about the character that you play in this telenovela?
It's the goons for Kermark, which is the main guy. So we're like the heavyweights. Whenever there's a problem, they send me and Severio, who have the same name, and the Harry Miller. So we're in So we play the goons for the guy.
Nice. Sounds like half my family.
That's what I said when I got the role. I'm like, this is like right out of Central Casting, isn't it?
So there's no real hard role to play there. No. It's just playing regular.
But Severio, who plays the other guy in the role, my partner, we know each other for 30 years. So it was kind of fun doing it. And the way they shot it was so interesting where, even though it's all voice stuff, it's throwback to old 50s type radio, which is amazing. I think it's amazing. And there's no visuals. It's just audio of the story, which is kind of really cool.
Now, was there any challenges that you had there that you...
No, not at all. They tell us what to do. I show up, and I just enjoy what I do. So if you enjoy what you do, you never work a day in your life.
That is so true.
Yeah.
Well, I know you're busy. I thank you.
Thank you so much.
You have a good day.
My pleasure.
We are here with...
Anthony LaPaglia.
Anthony, what was it like going from doing a lot of on-camera work to doing something that's strictly just voice?
Loved it. Oh, yeah. I can show up to work in my pajamas. Nobody cares. I go into a nice, dark little room and have a cup of coffee and just start doing the dialogue. It's fun. I really enjoyed it.
Every actor I know has a process to get into their character. Is there a process that you go through to get into your characters?
Yes, but I don't talk about it.
Okay, no, you don't have to.
No. It's just, you know what? I always find talk about like people's process is I usually hear it on a set. And to me, it means you haven't learned your lines and you're scamming for time. That's what that means. You process something you do when you're like reading the script and thinking about what you want to do with it. And just trying to work out the jigsaw puzzle. That's your process. And then you just go on set and be ready and be honest.
Awesome. Do you have so I know you can't say much because you don't want to spoil anything, but was there one part of doing this that was your absolute favorite? Did you have a favorite moment when recording all this?
I gotta be honest with you. I was doing Death of a Salesman. And I just finished doing it. And I just done 2 shows, and I went out on my Monday off to do it. I don't remember that much about it, to be honest. But I really like these guys, and I wanted to do it. But I was pretty shattered when I was doing it. So,
well, I appreciate your time. We know you're busy, and I thank you for chatting with me today. Thank you. Okay.
So my name's Mike Bawden, last name spelled Bawden, and I'm the executive producer on True Noir.
So, Mike, now there's a little bit of history mixed with a little bit of fantasy, not fantasy, but fiction.
Yeah.
Wrong word. Yeah. But so can you talk a little bit about how those two blend together?
You bet. So our author, Max Allen Collins, has written 19 of these Nate Heller mysteries, and they're all based on a basic premise of a actual historical event involving real people, and he researches those meticulously. And like Max told me, he goes like, I get to the point where I can write a dissertation about this event, and then I write a crime novel instead. So he creates a crime or a scenario that requires the assistance of his hero character, Nathan Heller, who's fictional. But Nathan Heller interacts with the event, with the people, the place, and everything like that. And it's really an interesting blend of history and fiction that keeps you really wrapped until you've reached the last page. Now, Max did the adaptation of his first book, True Detective, for our audio drama. It's a 365-page script that he delivered, and we're like, oh my God. It's 10 episodes, each one about 30 to 40 minutes. It's unlike anything that's being done right now in audio dramas, and then we're producing it with kind of cinema level quality. It'll be, it's being mixed in 5.1 surround sound. It comes with a bunch of additional extras and things like that. It's really going to be a great package for people.
That sounds really cool.
Yeah.
Now, is there something now? What drew you to the project? What made you want to be like, yeah, no, fuck it, I'm doing this?
Well, Robert Burnett and I are business partners in a company called Imagination Connoisseurs Unlimited. And our entire focus is on developing new IP in the genre entertainment space. So whether it's science fiction or horror or mystery and suspense or detective stories or historical fiction, our goal is to come up with something that's new, that respects the interests of fans who'd be drawn to it, and engages those fans on a level that they're not getting right now with other entertainment properties that are out there. So, and looking at a variety of media. So we are talking to creators now with established reputations, with great characters, interesting story hooks, and real potential, and then helping to develop this into a larger brand, if you will.
That's really, really cool. Now, I have a question. Would you want to see this brought over into television, into like a TV series?
Well, absolutely. But again, we have a plan in place, and the plan is we're going to start with audio dramas. Then we're going to see how that
plays out
and how people react to it. Because the next step after an audio drama, really, it's not that much of a stretch to go into animation.
Oh, wow.
And so if you take these projects and animate them, you've created a whole new layer of interest and potential.
Yeah,
And if the animated shows are interesting, I think that it's pretty obvious when you look at the MCU and the DCEU and all these other things that are out there. People like to see live action versions of their favorite animated characters.
You got me excited because I'm like, the only one I can think of off the top of my head is Batman. And
Yeah.
Seeing this as an animated would be just absolutely amazing. But
we're going incrementally because again, we want to respect the interests of the audience, so we will continually be asking them for feedback and engaging them and giving them opportunities to get involved in different ways, not just financially, but for example, one of the things that we're talking about is, being able to give people more information about the genre. So after we drop this in September, starting in October, we'll be doing a weekly podcast that's free and ad-supported that will feature Robert Meyer Burnett and Max Allan Collins talking about true noir and talking about detective stories and suspense, because Max is a grandmaster of the genre, knows everybody. And so it's going to be the most fun. And if you are into mystery at all, it's going to be a must listen every week.
Well, awesome. I know you're busy. I thank you for your time.
Thank you.
Have a great con.
You bet. Thanks so much.
Thanks. So every actor has something to do to help them to reduce the profundity of lie to get into character.
Yeah.
Is there something you do in particular to help you get into the moment and get you into the character?
Well, I'm
that we can say on camera.
I'm tempted to quote the MCU, the Hulk, and say, "My secret is I'm always angry." But the truth is that have you ever heard someone's wrote recently that about half of the people alive don't hear their thoughts. They don't
They just come out.
They just you have someone in your head that you talk to, right?
Yeah.
And then the idea that you'd be completely empty terrifies me. So I'm always, making decisions, and all I have to do really is relax and let it out, and let people see it. And that's more convincing than anything else.
That's really cool. Can you tell us a little about the character you play here in True Noir?
Well, as I say, he's George Raft, and he started out sort of mob adjacent. He was a driver for the mob, and then he was a dancer. He was a dancer before and like a sort of exotic dancer.
Interesting.
Yeah, he was like
Chippendales by day, cop by night.
exactly. He was like, you know what a taxi dancer is?
I'm not familiar with that term.
Taxi dancer used to be. I always thought they were women, but they were dime a dance girls. You'd literally walk up, you'd buy some tickets, and give the ticket to the girl, and then the two of you would dance. But he did that except as a guy.
Interesting.
And then he was a dancer, like on stage, and like by his own definition, he got, or his own description, he got famous because of all the sort of erotic things he would do with his body, which is not what you would expect from like the guy who's compared to Bogart.
That's interesting. Now, one last question, because I know it's super busy here, but did you find anything that was difficult from transferring from on-camera work to doing voice acting?
Voice acting is actually freeing in a big way because, you know, our medium is audio and video. And when people see me, they immediately have expectations about how I'm going to be. If they don't see me, I can be anyone.
That's cool, because that's true.
Yeah.
They can't see you. You don't know.
Yeah. I played teenage kids. I played all kinds of people in voice acting that I could never play. Yeah.
And that's going to be nice, too, walking down the street, because it's like, hey, I've heard your voice before.
Yeah. Someone just said that to me. Like, where do I hear your voice from? I don't know.
Oh. Well, I thank you. I know it's busy. I appreciate you. Thank you for having us. Enjoy Con. Well, guys, I am here today with
Chris Carr.
Now, can you tell us a little bit about the character that you play in the show?
Oh, yeah, absolutely. I'm one of the few fictional characters in this, which is really fun. So we are doing this wonderful historical drama produced by Max Allan Collins, or written by Max Allan Collins, and he's known for being so precise with his facts and figures.
We've heard like 300 pages of stuff.
Oh, yeah, so much stuff. So it's really great to be one of the characters where you kind of get to build your own backstory.
That's awesome.
Yeah, so I play Marianne Beam. I am a radio soap opera actress. My brother's gone missing, and I hire Nathan Heller to help find him.
Awesome. Now, you've also done stuff outside of voice acting, too, like being on John Oliver and a Chipotle skit, I believe it was.
Yeah. I mean, when they're Chipotle skits, yeah.
Now, how do you find that different from going from, the on-camera stuff to going to voice acting?
Ooh, well, predominantly I do voice acting. So I'm really lucky that I kind of live in this world. But there is a big shift, right? Because on camera, you're always told to do less. The camera can see your thoughts, all of that. When you have eyes this big too, like I can't really hide how I'm feeling. So on voiceover, the microphone is your scene partner. So you have to kind of create this intimacy with the mic to convey all those emotions and create all those feelings. So it's a really different animal, but just different muscles with the same kind of acting skills.
Okay. Now, everybody has a process they do to help get into their characters. With having a character that you get to basically make your own, is there a process you do? Like, do you listen to some music? Do you like think of other characters? What do you do to get you into that character?
Oh man, that's a great question. I talked with our director, Rob, a lot. Me and Rob go way back. We've done lots of movie news shows together. It was a lot of rewatching kind of old Katharine Hepburn movies and seeing how far he wanted me to go with that actress kind of voice, because in the script it says she speaks in an affected way. So it was just kind of researching that 1940s dialect. She's from the Midwest, so we kind of rounded out some of my Southern stuff that I bring to the table naturally. But it was mostly watching those old movies, really reading that script, and just kind of figuring out who that character is, and just making sure I could go toe to toe with these guys, because this cast is insane.
Well, we look forward to listening to it. Thank you for your time. I know it's busy, and thank you.
Thank you so much.
Have a great rest of the con.
Thank you. You too, Chris.
Well, there you have it, folks. We just finished the True Noir press room, and I have to say, there's some pretty interesting stuff coming our way. Make sure you stay tuned to That's My Entertainment for more news coming your way. I'm Chris Suida. That's my entertainment. What's yours?